There's a kind of pain that almost everyone in this room has felt, the pain of not knowing. You meet someone who makes your heart race. You talk for hours. You laugh, you connect, you feel like you've known them before. And then, somewhere in the quiet moments when you're alone, the doubt creeps in. You start to wonder, are they really the one? Or am I just lost in the idea of them? You replay every text, every smile, every silence. You look for signs from the universe. You ask your friends. You pray for clarity. But instead of answers, you get confusion, a fog of emotion and logic that makes you question your own heart. Because deep down, you've been here before. You've trusted someone who wasn't ready. You've given your heart to someone who couldn't hold it. You've mistaken intensity for love and you've paid the price. And now, you're terrified of doing it again. You see, love isn't just about how someone makes you feel, it's about what that feeling reveals. That's what Carl Jung, one of the most brilliant minds in psychology, believed. He said, the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Think about that. Real connection doesn't just excite you, it changes you. It doesn't just spark something, it awakens something. But not every spark is sacred. And not every connection is meant to last. You've probably met people who felt like destiny. They looked at you and your walls crumbled. They made you believe, this must be it. You saw signs everywhere, the same songs, the same numbers, the same timing. You thought, the universe must be trying to tell me something. But then something happened. The connection started to fade. You felt them pulling away. Or worse, you realized you were the only one trying to hold it together. And in those moments, your heart broke. Not just from losing them, but from losing the meaning you thought they carried. You started to question love itself. Maybe I'm too much. Maybe I'm too broken. Maybe I'm not meant to find something real. But listen, you are not broken. You are simply evolving. Because what Jung discovered and what few people understand is that love isn't just about romance. It's a mirror, a reflection of your unconscious mind. The people you're drawn to are not random. They're messengers. Some come to awaken you. Some come to challenge you. And a few, the rare few, come to stay. That's why today, I want to share with you 5 powerful Jungian signs that help you know if someone is truly the one, not the one who just excites you, but the one who evolves you. Because the one is not found through fantasy, they're revealed through transformation. They don't complete you, they reflect you. There was once a woman who said, I finally met my soulmate. He feels like the missing piece. At first, everything was perfect. He made her feel seen, adored, whole. But slowly, that same connection began to hurt. Every argument, every silence, cut deeper than it should have. Because here's the truth, Jung revealed the people who awaken the strongest emotions and you are not always your soulmates. Sometimes they're mirrors showing you the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. That's called the shadow projection. You project your light and your darkness onto them, your hopes, fears, and unresolved wounds. And that's why the connection feels so intense. They reflect what's inside you, not what completes you. So, if being with someone constantly feels like walking through fire, it's not always love. Sometimes it's your inner wounds begging to be healed. The one will reflect you, yes, but they'll also hold space for your healing, not magnify your chaos. You grow in their presence, not lose yourself in it. Have you ever noticed how some relationships make you smaller? You start to compromise who you are to keep the peace. You silence your needs, your dreams, your truth, just to avoid losing them. That's not love. That's fear disguised as connection. Jung taught that love should lead to individuation, the process of becoming your true self. In real love, you don't lose yourself. You expand. You discover new parts of who you are, your strength, your creativity, your compassion. The one doesn't make you forget yourself. They help you remember yourself. They don't drain your energy. They inspire your growth. They don't control your path. They walk beside you while you find it. So if you ever feel like you're dimming your light to be loved, that's not the one. Because the right person won't ask you to shrink. They'll ask you to shine. The connection feels peaceful, not addictive. There's a difference between chemistry and chaos. You know that rush you feel in the beginning? The racing heart? The butterflies? The obsession? That's not always love. Sometimes, it's your nervous system reacting to emotional familiarity, especially if you grew up equating love with anxiety. That's called a trauma bond, and it tricks you into mistaking intensity for intimacy. The one won't make you feel addicted to their attention. You won't have to chase their validation or decode their silence. Instead, Their presence will feel calm, grounded, safe. It's not that the spark isn't there, it's just not consuming you. It's steady, it's real, it's peaceful. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. That means you'll keep falling for the same kind of love until you recognize the pattern. And once you do, peace will feel like passion. You're not afraid to be fully seen. Let's be honest, most of us wear emotional masks. We show only the parts of ourselves we think others will accept. We hide our flaws, our fears, our darkness, terrified that if someone saw the real us, they'd leave. But with the one, something changes. You stop pretending. You stop performing. You can cry without feeling weak. You can disagree without fearing abandonment. You can sit in silence and still feel connected. That's because real love operates from the soul, not the ego. And the soul doesn't need perfection, it craves authenticity. The one doesn't love the version of you that's polished and filtered, they love the parts of you that are raw, real, and unfinished. Because that's where intimacy lives, not in perfection, but in truth. They challenge your patterns, but never your worth. Let's be clear, the one isn't perfect. They'll trigger you. They'll annoy you. They'll reveal your insecurities. But the difference is they don't weaponize them. They don't make you feel small for being human. They don't manipulate your weaknesses. They don't punish your vulnerability. Instead, they challenge your patterns. They lovingly call out the walls you've built, the fears you cling to, the stories you tell yourself about love. And when conflict happens, because it will, they don't run. They lean in. They listen. They work with you, not against you. That's the kind of love that transforms you, not because it's easy, but because it's safe. So, how do you know if they're the one? They don't complete you, they reflect you. You grow in their presence. You don't lose yourself in it. The connection feels peaceful, not addictive. You feel safe being fully seen. They challenge your patterns but never your worth. That's the simple, powerful truth Carl Jung revealed. The right person doesn't fix you. They mirror your healing. If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear this truth. And if you want more content that blends psychology, spirituality, and healing, make sure to like, subscribe, and join this community of awakening hearts. Because here, we don't chase love, we become it. Thank you for watching, and remember, sometimes the simplest way to know if they're the one is to notice who you become when you're with them.